Okay, so we're here with Eve-Yasmine. Do you want to explain who you are and explain your name as well? Like, what's the roots as well? What's your background as well? You can tell us a bit about yourself.
Sure. So I'm Eve-Yasmine, just turned 20-year-old singer and presenter, and I just love music, fashion, film, and being in entertainment.
Excellent. So, how did you get started into the industry? What was the big thing that opened up your eyes?
How much time do you have? No, in all seriousness, Tony Beckett was one of the first people I ever met. I met him in a library, and he knew a mutual friend of my mum's. So my mum mentioned him, saying, "Oh, this guy knows someone you know." And one day we both happened to be there, and we sat down and we had a chat, and he was saying, you know, certain people I should try and approach, or things I should try and do, and he really gave me a lot of encouragement. And I'm very grateful and thankful to Tony because, you know, he inspired me to push and do a lot more. So, met Tony, I was still in school, high school, 16, doing my GCSEs, and I started applying for loads of different work experience placements. And then I got into blogging, and then magazines, and then I started just using my initiative, I guess. And I thought, I really want to do video content. There's no opportunities around me, so how can I make opportunities happen? So I'd go to magazines, say, you don't have video content yet, would you like video content? And just kind of went from there, and here I am, progressing little by little.
So what is it that, besides Tony, who are your role models and who's inspired you?
So many people have inspired me. You know, the typical, my mum, you know, my family have been really supportive of what I do. My mum has just been so encouraging. And I just look up to anyone pursuing their dream, really. All my friends inspire me, celebrities, people who aren't celebrities, just anyone who's just making an effort and going out of their way to find opportunities that are not necessarily coming to them, but they're making them happen in some way.
Excellent. So in terms of how long has it been now that when you started to where you are now? How many years has it been now?
4 years since I've been doing anything. So modelling, dancing, bit of acting, now singing, presenting. Singing happened in the last 2 years, and presenting / journalism 3 years ago.
So, say in about 3 to 4, even could be 5 years time, where do you see yourself? That's a common question. What is the outcome, the result? What do you see yourself doing?
I would like to think that I'm doing what I do now, but at the next level. Working with bigger companies, having that recognition which would enable me to do, I don't know, bigger shows, release music properly, because I haven't released anything yet. I've just been putting out music, putting out videos, performing everywhere. But it'd be nice to do it all officially. So that would be the next step.
So in terms of your music, is there anyone that you would like to do collaborations with, or any artists? I know there's
so many artists I love. You know, Justin Timberlake, Gwen Stefani, Collie Buddz. The list just goes on and on. I would just like to collaborate with anyone where you can create something fresh, or collaborating with one of your idols where you know it's just going to be sick. It's just going to have so much fun with it.
So, what would you say that your music is closest to? Like, I know it's not good to compare people, but what would you say like your music is like, or the genre of music you're going for?
I think it depends which song of mine you compare to. If I think about some songs that I've written, so for example, Talk to Me Brother, which I co-wrote with the guitarist called Robin Banerjee. Robin was Amy Winehouse's guitarist, so naturally you're going to have that jazzy flair. And when people have heard that song, a few people have told me, oh, you kind of remind me a bit of Stella Sue. Stella Sue is wicked, so if anyone says that, I'm like, thank you. She's amazing. One of her songs, Ragamuffin, is very reggae, and I love reggae. But I'd like to think I'm creating something fresh. You know, I just truly believe in just doing yourself and not trying to copy anyone else, and just whatever comes naturally out of you is what you should be putting out, type thing.
Creating your own genre, that's totally understandable. So now what like you've explained like what you want to do in the future, but what's happening next for you? What's happening next for Eve-Yasmine?
I've got a gig at Westfield, London, Shepherd's Bush. Come down if you're free. So that's on Sunday the 18th of May, 2:30 to 3:30. So that's what I'm leading up to now. So today even I was just thinking about what set am I going to do, what song should I throw in and stuff. And then I'm in a gospel choir as well. So we do gigs all the time. So loads of random stuff with them and just making opportunities happen every day, just going out there and doing something.
Okay. So how do you prepare yourself for, say for example, a normal day of Eve-Yasmine's lifestyle? How would it be? You wake up in the morning, what?
Oh my gosh.
This is the interesting part, let's hear it.
I'm so unglamorous in the morning, you know. I'm just like, I was going to say typical teenage girl, not a teenager anymore. Typical young woman in the morning, you know, just have breakfast, but I am on the computer from the get-go, you know, on my phone, just texting someone, tweeting someone, emailing someone, making a phone call. Just as soon as I wake up, I'm like, how can I get that one step closer to my dream? It's just always on my mind. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So I know there's probably a lot of people that are looking up to you as well, and you've inspired a lot of people. So what would you say to anyone that wants to go down to similar routes as yourself? Like they want to get into the music or the presenting or journalism. What advice would you give them? What's the best advice that you would give them in a nutshell?
Don't give up. Be persistent. The amount of jobs I've got just because I emailed a couple of times or I didn't take no for an answer, just keep on going. Also, you know, you might not have a thick skin from the first set off, but without a doubt, one piece of advice that I've learned is to respect yourself in this industry. You know, as a female in the industry, sometimes certain people think they can speak to you in a certain way. And recently I had a couple of situations where, you know, I stood my ground, but not in a rude way, but I just think you just have to respect yourself and know your value, and I'm all about doing things for free, do you know what I mean? Like, there are so many opportunities that you can do out there, which are unpaid, and that's cool. But as long as you share the same values with the other person you're working with, there's a good vibe, it's all positive, it's all encouraging. So yeah, don't take no for an answer, don't work with rude people, or at least respect yourself and work with them in a way that things are cool, things are working out, and just never give up. If you really, really want it, make it happen. There's always a way.
Excellent. So to wrap up, where can people find you, or how can they get hold of you and see your music as well and hear more about you?
Cool. So my Twitter, YouTube and Instagram is at Eve-Yasmine. So Eve-Yasmine. And my Facebook includes my surname as well. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it's Eve-Yasmine Saoud-Easton. So they can find me through Twitter and YouTube, and the Facebook link's there.
Excellent. Well, it's been a pleasure having you on the show.
It's been a pleasure to be here.
Thank you.